that are left out in interfaces. So interfaces means in general terms. So it is an entity where the function declarations will be there or variables will be there. If you have variables, that variables will be assigned with some value, and you cannot change the value for that variable. Meaning the variables are constant. The variables are constant. You can use them, but you cannot change the value for them. And similarly, if you have functions, like if you have functions in an interface, only the function declaration will be there. The logic for that should be provided by the user who is going to implement that interface. So this is regarding the basics. So this is regarding the basics of interfaces. So now the few more variations in this interface we are going to see. So for the first one is the interface can be extended. So what do you mean by extended means? So one interface can refer another interface. So that is what. So one interface can inherit another interface. So how do you do that? So how do you do that? How do you do that means through the usage of this word extends. So one interface can be extended. Like one interface can make use of another interface by using the extended keyword. So the syntax is same, like the same syntax which you will use to inherit classes. No, the syntax is same. So class B extends class A. The same way, interface A extends B, like that. Here both A and B can be interfaces. That's all. So one thing is, mm, so here what you should keep in mind is, so whenever the class is implementing an interface, so the class should take the responsibility of providing the implementation details for all the methods that the interface contains. So that is what um, extending the interface means. So for example, there is an interface. So there is an interface called A. So there is an interface called A. So this will contain one method. So this will contain one method called void disp. So this is the method it is containing. And also it will have one more method called print. It has two methods. One is disp method and another one is print method. So there is one more interface. So now there is one more interface called interface B. So there is one more interface called interface B. So now this interface will contain one method called show method. So we have two interfaces, A and B. A contains two methods. One is the display method and the second one is print method. And we have interface B which contains show method. So now the interface B wants to make use of these two methods, display method and print method. So for that, it can use the extends keyword. Interface B extends the name of the interface A. So now by using this syntax, now the B will contain three methods: display method and print method of A interface, and show method which is B's own method. So this is how interface can be extended. So it is similar to classes, right? So when you're inheriting two classes, how do you write? Class B extends A. The same way, instead of classes, you're going to inherit interfaces. So that's all. So that is the logic. So now, see, initially B contained only show method. By using this interface, by extending the interface A, it is able to have three methods. The B contains three methods: display method, print method, and show method. So after extending the interface, now this interface B contains three methods. So now assume there is a class called demo. So there is a class called demo. It is implementing the class demo implements A. If I write like this, it is implementing the interface A. So in that case, it has to provide the logic for display method and print method. That's all. So after that, it can have its own method and it can write the logic, or it can write the logic required for its application. But if class B, if the class demo, it is implementing the interface B, then then what it has to do means, first thing is, class demo is implementing class B. It has to write the logic for the B interface method, that is show, and in addition to that, it is making use of display and print because of this extended relationship. So it has to provide the logic for display also. It has to provide the logic for show also. I mean, it has to give it has to write the functional body or the implementation details of show method, implementation details of display method, and the implementation details of, so not show. So this is print. This is print. This method. So like this. So so that that is how the classes should provide. So when the class implements an interface, when the class implements an interface, here B is the interface this class demo is implementing. So this interface B, it is inheriting another interface, display and print. So when the class implements an interface which is inheriting another interface, it must provide the implementation for all the methods. So B contains three methods. So I'm writing the implementation details for three methods. So this is how the interface can be extended. Any doubts? Any doubts here? Any doubts with respect to this method? Any doubts? Yes or no? Whether you understood this concept? Whether you understood this concept? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now the same thing I'll write in programming. Okay. Now the same thing I'll write in programming. Uh, the same one we'll write a program for that. So I'll just write an interface A. So interface A will, what I've given in the example, that one only interface A contains two methods. Two methods. So one is the disp method, uh, and the other one is the print method. Okay. So interface A contains two methods. One is the disp method and the other one is the print method. So after that, I'll write one more interface. I'll write one more interface by the name B. So it contains one method which we have written it as show method. So now I want to make use of two methods that are there in interface A. So I'll use the keyword extends A. Now B contains three methods. So B contains three methods. So after this, let us see, just switch off the. So you just mute it from your end. I'm just the voice is getting echoed. So we have interface A which contains two methods, and we have interface B which contains a show method. So by using this extended relationship or extends method, I'm able to use the methods of interface A. I'm going to 1 second extends keyword. Okay. Okay. So now this interface P can contain, or it is having the methods of interface A and its own method show method. So after this I'll write a class. I'll write a class called demo. So this class called demo, write a class called demo. So this class demo, it will make use of interface B. So now class demo has to give the implementation details of three methods. first I will give the method of show. Public void show. Public void show. I'll just write one message. System dot out dot println. System dot out dot println. So then what I will write means, see, this is interface B method. I'll just write it as this is interface B method. I'll just write it like that. So just a display message, so don't worry about the spellings and all. So similarly, now I've written the implementation details of interface B. Even then the class I'm having some error, because if I check here, it will show it has to implement. So the type demo must implement the inherited abstract method, print method, display method. That means this interface B is containing three methods. So again I'll write details for those two also. One is the first method is this method. So I'll write the logic for that, and this method, and print method. So now you won't get any error. Now you won't get any error because all the three methods have been implemented. Then I'll write public static void main string arguments, then main function. I'm writing the main function. So in the main function, I'll create an object of that class. Demo D is equal to new demo. Then I'll write it as D dot the function names. Show is the method which was there in B interface. Then we have display from A interface, and print from uh, interface. So I'm just writing the logic. See, what I did is I created one interface by the name A. It contained two methods, display method and print method. Then I created one more interface by the name B. It contained show method. By using the extends relationship, by using this extended relationship, I was able to get the methods of interface A. After that, I created a class which was making use of interface B. So now the class had the responsibility to provide the implementation details of show method, display method, print method. So I provided the implementation details for these three methods. So after that I just called after that I just called um, after that I just called a object of the class demo. Then I'm calling the three functions: show function, display function, print function. So I'll save this, I'll build this, and you can see the output. So you can see the output. I'm able to call all the three methods. And so two methods of interface A and one method of interface B. So this is what I just wanted to share. So interface can be extended. Interface can be extended. So this is one thing. Um, so this sometimes you might get an interview question. Can can interface be extended? So like that you might get the question. So you should be able to give an appropriate answer for that. So this is one concept. So you always keep in mind that interface can be extended. It's not only that here I'm just used only a simple one. You can extend this to any number of interfaces. So I've just taken two interfaces as an example here. So the same thing you can also um, extend that, or you can what do I call? You can make it more enhancing. You can enhance it further. So this is one thing. Um, so keep this point in mind. So the interface can be extended. The interface can be extended, and similarly, what else? Then next one and the next concept. Okay, so any doubts here? Any doubts in this? Interface can be extended. Interface can be extended. Any doubts here? Any doubt here? So if it is clear, means we can go with the next concept. Any doubts with respect to this
No.
nested? Okay. So interface can be extended is done. So we have one more concept called nested interface. So nested interface means, see, you know about nested if, nested class. Now what is this nested interface? So nested interface means an interface which is declared inside another class or interface. So there is a class, okay, there is a class called A. So inside this class you are declaring some interface by the name interface some name, so I'll just call it as B. So now this is an example of nested interface. Or there is one interface, by the name, I'll take C. There is interface by the name C. So inside this interface you're writing inside this interface, you're calling one more interface. So the interface I should be in small, no? So, so interface D. So now these are the examples. So these are the examples of nested interface. So what do you mean by nested interface? Means an interface that is declared inside inside a class, or inside another interface. You will call it as nested interface. So, um, why they are used means the nested interfaces are used to group interfaces so that they can be easy to maintain. And how do you refer the nested interface? Means you can refer the nested interface by the out, outer class or outer interface. So if you want to refer B means you will refer it by A class dot interface A dot B. If I want to refer D means I will refer by C dot D. So this is how I can refer the nested interfaces. You cannot access them directly. You cannot access them directly. So how you can refer means you can either refer it by the class name by followed by the interface name, or interface name followed by the interface name. That is the top level class. Within that you have an interface now that you have to refer. So that is A dot B, or interfaces there means C dot D. Here A, B, C, D, they refer to the names. So an interface means it is an interface can be declared inside the member of a class in this example, or it can be declared inside another interface. Such an interface we'll call it as the nested interface. The second thing, how do you access an interface? Cannot be, I mean the nested interface cannot be accessed directly. So the nested interface can be accessed by their class name. So outer class name or outer interface name. So it can be accessed by outer class name and outer interface name. You cannot directly call it as B, and you cannot call it as D. So next, that is the one point. So here this is called as the top level interface. No, see, the top level interface can be declared as public, or it can have default access. But the nested interface or the inner interface can be public, it can be private, or it can be protected. So this point also you should keep in mind. You should keep in mind. So it can be anything. So, um, so this is regarding the nested uh, interfaces. So okay, let us have an example. Let us have an example um, to understand this. To understand this, um, so we will write it one example. We can write it one with the class name and the other one with the interface name. So okay, we'll write the two examples also, the both the examples. So this is our example one, and this is our example two. No, so we'll write both the cases also. We'll write both the cases also. So how we are going to write that? Uh, well, again, so instead of deleting this, I'll just make a modification here only. So we have an interface called we have an interface called A, right? So instead of A, I'll write it as one showable method. I'll write it as C. Even I can write any name, but uh, I'll just give a name so that you'll be able to remember that. So inside this class, I'll write one method called show method. I'll write a method called show method. So after this, I'll write one more interface. So there is an interface called showable. So within that interface, I'm writing one more interface. I'll call it as printable, or I'll call it as printable. So I'll call it as printable. So we have one interface. Within that, we have one more interface. So I'm giving some name as printable. I'm giving some name as printable. So just give me a minute. So after this printable interface. So we have, see, uh, how to write this means I'll just clear this. Just give me a minute. Uh, so 1 second. Discard this and I'll just write. So what I did means there is an interface. There is an interface called showable. So within this interface called showable, I'm writing one more interface by the name printable. So we have an interface inside another interface. Actually, showable is one interface. So inside that I am using one more interface called printable. So this showable contains, where is that function? This showable contains method called show method. So for this printable also I'll write one method called print method. So now showable contains show method. Similarly, I will write one method for print method. I'll write print method here. So this is the declaration. So this is the declaration of nested interface. Any doubt here? Any doubt here? Any doubts? Any doubts? See, only you just refer the first 8 lines. So this is how I can declare a nested interface. This is how I can declare a nested interface. Any doubts here? Any doubts? Or did you understand
Yes, sir.
this? Okay. So now I told you that you can access nested interface. You can access nested interface by the outer interface dot inner interface. That is showable dot printable. So this is how you can access them. So now there is a class called demo. That demo class is implementing this interface. So directly if I write printable, I'll get an error. Directly if I write a printable, I'll get an error. It cannot be resolved to a type. So how can I access means first is outer interface name. Outer interface name is showable dot printable. See, now you are not getting the error. Now you are not getting the error. Now you are not getting the error. So did you get this point? So this is the second thing, second point. How do you access? You cannot access them directly. You cannot access them directly. You have to access by the outer outer dot inner name. So after that we have a print method. No, I will write the logic. The logic is already written, so that's why I'm not getting any error. So the logic is already written. The implementation details is already written. Print, it is already written. So this is interface. So this is inner interface method already. This is inner interface printable method. I'll just write some message, that's all. So after that I'll just create an object and I'll call the print method. So here the main thing is you should know how to access them. I'll save this I'll run this. You will get the output. You will get the output. So this is the first scenario. First scenario where we are using an interface within another interface. We are using interface within another interface. How it will change? How it will change with respect to class? One is you can use interface within another interface. You can use interface within another interface, or you can use that interface inside a class also. So I'll write a class called A. Within that class, I'll use this interface printable. Now I'll use it. I will write like this. Now I will write like this. So now what changes it will take means what the same program. Okay. So I'll write instead of interface, I'll just write it. I'll write class and I'll just simplify the class name. I'll write it as class A. So I don't want to write any methods. I just write only one interface. So this is also declaration of nested interface. So this is also the declaration of nested interface. So you just refer the first 7 lines. You just refer the first 7 lines. So that is a declaration of nested interface. Now the printable interface is within a class. So we can have it within the class or we can have it within the another interface. So I am considering the second scenario. So we have it inside a class. So how do I access? Means here also I cannot directly write printable. I can access them by class name dot interface name. Like this I can access. So this is printable method inside class A. I can just modify the message. That's all. So don't worry about the spellings and all. Okay. So any doubts here? The same example. See the same example. One time I used it within the class and another time I used it within the class. So there is no much change other than say accessing also class name dot interface name. So here you are using the interface within another class. Okay, fine, right? Save, run. See, this is what you can get it. So any doubts here? Any doubts with respect to this concept? Did you understand this? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Understood.
Okay. Um, okay. So we have so just look into this example for a minute and then we'll proceed with the next one. Just check. Just if you want to copy, you can copy this also. Uh, Next, we'll proceed with the next concept. So this we have learned two things. One is a nested interface, and the second one is interface can be extended. You just look into this for a minute. I will just proceed with the next concept. Okay, so two concepts is done. No, one is interface can be extended, and then second one is nested interface, and we have variables in interface also. We have the next one, variables in interfaces. So what do you mean by variables in interfaces means? So uh, till now, till now, till now, if I wrote an interface A, I was just writing some methods, right? I was writing some show method, some display method, some print method. Here I was writing only methods. So in addition to this, you can make use of variables also. You can make use of variables also. For example, I'll write integer x is equal to 5, integer y is equal to 10. So one thing you should keep in mind is, so these variables are constants. These variables are constants. So you can use interfaces. So you can use interfaces to input constants into multiple classes. So that means once you declare a variable inside an interface, once you declare a variable inside an interface, you should give value for that. You should give value for that because you are creating a constant. You are creating a constant. Whatever class is making use, whatever class is making use of that interface, it can use the constants, but it cannot change the value for that constant. So that is what I wanted to tell. So you can use interfaces to import shared constants into multiple classes by simply declaring an interface that contains variables that are initialized to the desired values. So whenever a class is using that interface, all the variables will be available to that classes in the form of constants. So that is like creating a final variable. So that is like uh, creating a final variable. So in this example, I have created an interface here, right? I have created an interface here which contains two variables, x and y. So they are initialized with 5 and 10. So there is a class. So there is a class called demo. So there is a class called demo which is making use of this interface. Now this class demo can use the variable value x and variable value y, but it cannot make changes to this variables. Either it can only read those variables, it cannot modify the value for that variable. So this is regarding the variables in interfaces. So we'll write a program for this. We'll write a program for this, and so we'll just write one simple program so that it will be easy to understand. Okay. S- See, the same nested interface was there. No, I'll just remove this. See, I'll just declare a variable integer x, integer y. So if I declare a variable, I will get the error. Why? Because I should give some value, because these variables, or if I am declaring only the variables and if I'm not giving any value, that indicates that uh, it doesn't have any value, or it might have some junk value also. Then what is the use? So somewhere you're going to give some value for that. So if you're declaring the value of variables initially, that means somewhere in the program you're going to assign it with some values, but whatever you are declaring within the interface will be constant. So it's like a read only thing, so you cannot modify that. So that's why when you're declaring only, you have to provide that with the values. When you're declaring that, at that time only you have to provide it with the values. Otherwise, you will get an error. You will get an error stating that you cannot um, uh, declare a variable with no value. So that is error you'll get. So simply if I write integer y, so I'm getting an error. See, the blank final field y may not have been initialized, meaning you're not given any initial value for this variable y. So that's why you have to give some value. So after that I'll just write it as printable demo d. So now you can just make use of this function. Now you can just make use of this constants and you can print them. You can make use of this constants and you can just print them. That's also we are implementing this, right? We are implementing this. So I'll just write system dot out dot println value value is equal to this. Just see what output you will get. X value is equal to 5. Similarly, I'll just print the value of y. Similarly, I'll just print the value of y. Y value is equal to y. Okay, save, build. So you're getting x and y value. You're getting x and y value. So what will happen? What will happen if you try to change the value? You'll just check x is equal to x plus 15. So what will happen if I try to change this? You can see the bulb with red mark which indicates the final field printable dot x cannot be assigned in the sense you cannot change the value for that. You can only use them. You can use them, but you cannot change the value for that. So similarly, if I try to change the value for y, what error I will get? See, okay, see for y also what I'm getting, the final field printable dot y cannot be assigned. That means these two variables x and y are constants. You can use them in the program, but you cannot make changes to that. So whenever if I try to make the changes for those variables, I will get an error because they are the constants. The constants you can only read them. You cannot modify their value. So this is regarding the variables and interfaces. So like they are the final variables. So they are the final variables. You cannot make changes for them. So did you get this point? Understood? Any doubts here? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So three. We have learned three concepts today regarding the interfaces. So the first one which we studied was interfaces can be extended. So where we used two interfaces, interface A, interface B, then we created an extend relationship between the two interfaces, and after that we used a class to implement the details. And the second one is nested interface. So interface can be used within a class or within another interface. So here we just need to know about how to access them. The outer class name dot interface name or outer interface dot inner interface name, and the variables in C. Variables in interface means you can use the variables. So create a variables inside an interface by giving some values. After that you can use those values inside the program or inside the classes. But if you try to modify the values for them, you will get an error. So these are the things which we have studied now. So I'll just stop the class now. The remaining if anything is there, we'll just look into the in another classes. So think we have completed this interface thing. Only one is we have one concept, maybe reference variable in interface, so which I will discuss in the next class. So any doubts with regarding to today's class, you can just let me know. I'll just explain it if any doubt is there. If not, we'll just wind up the classes. Okay. So I think we don't have any doubts. Um, so see, this